The need for sustainable communities that can foster a better relationship with the natural environment is greater than ever before. Especially amid crisis, people feel entrapped by the narrow options for success. Of their options, none are ideal. Millennials and Generation Z individuals are looking for a holistic approach to a sustainable life. Our goal was to design and model a community that encompassed sustainability, mindfulness, biophilic design, and clean energy and food sources, all within the community's backyard. Both accessible and off the grid, the honeycomb model can be adapted to fit the needs of many different climates and geographies. By designing virtually every inch of a community from the ground up, the unknowns are all but eliminated. Sustainability is hard in the modern era. Consciously deciding how to eat, what kind of footprint you're leaving, and how to offset your impact is a lot of work, especially for individuals and families caught in the demand of a fast-paced life. Honeycomb was created to fill the need of forward-thinking individuals who want to forge a better relationship with the natural environment without sacrificing modern amenities and luxuries. Our hive model is at the core of what we do, building community without losing the parts of us that make our lives more fulfilling and healthy. This model is the basis for everything we do with the community at its heart. And our objectives are simple. The Honeycomb Project seeks to educate and spread awareness about the vision for a sustainable future. With support at our side, we can build a greener world in which the honeycomb sets an example for how real-life change can be made on a large scale. And finally, with community at our core, it is essential that we unite people from different backgrounds and experiences. The honeycomb community is meant to be expanded upon and shared for the betterment of individuals and communities around the world. This process works in 3 main stages: choosing a location that suits the project, whittling down what each specific community needs and how to incorporate that, and planting the seed for a sustainable community that can be expanded upon as it grows. Like our hive model, our goals and initiatives are essential to the impact that the honeycomb community makes. With a 3-part design to bring nature into the lives of the community while limiting our footprint, the honeycomb community harnesses the power of clean energy to support our technology throughout our social lives, smart homes, and our food production greenhouses. The overall incorporation of biophilic design throughout the community helps create a desirable living space with numerous health benefits. These designs allow nature to become one with your day-to-day life, smoothing the transition to a simpler and more sustainable way of life. Imagine going to work or being creative in a space that inspires you. With clean lines and new and imaginative spaces to create in, the possibilities are endless. With proven increases in productivity, the biophilic designs of our hive community offices have been tested and tried by the leaders of the tech industry with great enthusiasm. With the honeycomb community, we are bringing the Google campus to your home office. The next feature of the honeycomb community model is sustainable food production. Here, we have prairie smoke garden and greenhouses. The garden and greenhouses were inspired by a National Geographic story, This Tiny Country Feeds the World. It reads, "Almost 2 decades ago, the Dutch made a nationalist commitment to sustainable agriculture under the rallying cry, twice as much food using half as much resources. Since then, the Norwegians have reduced their harvest dependence on water by as much as 90% and doubled the average yield per acre. Doing so hasn't been easy, and the challenge lies ahead," one scientist says. "The planet must produce more food in the next 4 decades than all farmers in history have harvested over the past 8,000 years. Implementing these breakthrough greenhouse technologies, prairie smoke garden and greenhouses will produce fresh produce for the honeycomb community. Tailored to each individual honeycomb community, the greenhouses grow a variety of fruits and vegetables selected by community members. In turn, the members of the honeycomb community participate in the garden's success by assisting the automated greenhouses when it comes time to harvest. One way we use the honeycomb community to go beyond our doorstep is the honeycomb market. The honeycomb market is a community-based retailer that acts like a modern farmer's market. Honeycomb Market sells the fruit and vegetables from prairie smoke garden and greenhouses, while giving the residents a space to showcase their talents and sell their handcrafted goods. The profits from these sales of the fruits and vegetables from the prairie smoke garden and greenhouses then gets put directly back into the community for upkeep, maintenance, and an assortment of amenities. Utilizing solar and wind, the honeycomb distributed generation system powers every home, greenhouse, and electric vehicle in the honeycomb community. By relying on clean energy 365 days a year, honeycomb residents can be reassured that participating in their favorite activities, to something as small as charging their phone, will have less impact on the environment. As you can see here, the honeycomb community connects to the grid in many ways. Near or far, our renewable energy resources power our community day and night. When excess energy is available, it is sold back into the grid to provide clean energy to those outside of the community. Honeycomb is a look at the future of sustainable living. What starts with local change in our honeycomb community grows far beyond our doorstep and spreads into the neighborhoods and communities across the world. The honeycomb model is simple enough to be exported around the world, while detailed enough to ensure easy transitions throughout the establishment of the new community. By adapting to the needs and wants of residents and the world around them, the honeycomb community provides the sustainable lifestyle that you've been looking for. Healthy, humble honeycomb.